Yeah, Patrick, why would Russia play along with this?
Russia's priced Trump into the equation, this U.S. administration into interactions and negotiations. I think there is an effort, however slow and tedious, at least on some level, to find some common ground between Russia and the U.S. by floating it out into the mainstream media. The problem is it comes back to this line. Trump is a politician as a leader. His line has always been, this would have never happened if I was president. It's not my war. It's Biden's war. It's patently false. It is his war. He, in fact, created the conditions for the war to begin in 2022. He's just as much of a party of that as anybody in his first term. The president has to own the issue. That has to transcend his predecessors. In other words, he's the president of the United States talking, not Donald Trump. So it's not I'm Trump, I'm not Biden. It's I'm the president of the United States. That's what's missing from this in terms of statecraft. And this is, I think, one of the fundamental flaws in the Trump administration's approach to foreign policy, this inability to own it. And if you don't own it, then you're not going to be a credible party. Russia will let him be the mediator, much like you'd let a carnival barker be the maestro of the big top circus. Russia's quite happy, and they've priced that in. I'm all for success. I want it to happen. I want to see a negotiated settlement, but we see the same core issues creeping up each time that ultimately topple any progress. And I don't see those issues acknowledged here. The only thing that could change that calculus is attrition on the Ukrainian side, making it a fait accompli. Certainly, if you look at the timeline of this, the political timeline does not work in the favor of the Zelensky regime or Ukraine in terms of manpower. I mean, they want to say, we want to cap the Ukrainian armed forces at 800,000. I mean, that's a joke. They'll be lucky to suit up 400,000. As long as bogus and outrageous assumptions are informing the European leadership and most of Trump's inner circle and the Democratic Party and the mainstream media, then we're not going to see that progress that we all want to see. What we're going to see is just basically things going 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. And we might get to some kind of an agreement, but it might not happen now. Just the reaction I've seen this week does not inspire confidence from the European side and from Kiev itself. If Trump was a skilled statesman, they would be trying very hard to get buy-in from the Democratic Party side in the U.S., from the Europeans, wrestling the British down to the ground, ultimately surrounding Kiev. That's what you would do. You deploy your emissaries. You'd be working the corners of this global room. And that's how previous presidents probably would have attacked this from a traditional IR diplomatic strategy point of view. But this president believes that all of history doesn't matter. We're going to rewrite the book. I've got my buddy Steve Witkoff here. He built casinos in Atlantic City. I've got my son-in-law. These are really smart people. It's a perfect deal.